Hey everyone, Dan here. I hope you're doing well today. I'd like to thank you for taking time to watch this video. I hope you enjoy it and find it somewhat informative. If you aren't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, and feel free to leave a comment at any point in the video or after if there's any information you'd like or any questions. In this video I'm going to be talking about the first ever Capital Show, hosted of course by Invert Show UK. Lee and Luke have done an absolutely amazing job organising this show, especially as they had to change venue literally 3 or 4 weeks ago, and they still managed to get one sorted, and everyone I think had a really good day. So really huge well done, and thank you of course to Lee and Luke for their hard work. So yeah, in this video I'm going to be talking a little bit about my weekend, and then I'll be sort of showing you a few things that I got. I got some lovely gifts at the show, and I want to just talk a little bit about them. So I was going to do a whole vlog kind of thing and just walk on with the camera and vlog and talk and stuff like that, but to be honest, I was that busy, I just didn't have time to do that. So I did a little bit of a thing here, showing, checking my spiders before I leave for the show, and of course saying goodbye to Yuna, because I won't see her for 2 days, and I kind of miss her, to be honest. She's like the only companion that I have at the moment, so she's always there when I'm editing or watching TV, playing video games, whatever. Obviously I wouldn't see her for a couple of days, so I had to say goodbye to her. And then just basically spent the day before packing and sorting my animals out. I packed a whole bunch of isopods because I gave a lot of isopods away to a few people, so hopefully those people will enjoy them. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me and I'll give you as much information that you need that I can provide. After I left here, went to pick up my friend Michael, who lives in Tunbridge Wells, not too far from me. If you don't know who Michael is, I'll pin somewhere or in the description link to the Guatemala playlist. If you haven't seen that, I recommend checking it out. But I went to Central America, to Guatemala, with Lee from the Spider Shop, Martin Lees and Michael, and we went and looked for spiders and reptiles and had some really cool adventures, and I filmed the whole thing. So a huge thank you to Michael, because he gave me a lovely gift, and over the last few shows he keeps saying, oh yeah, when you drop me off I'll get this for you, and we always end up forgetting, because after the show we're just sort of so tired. But yesterday on the way back he did say to me, before you go, I got this for you, and it is this wonderful plant. I just want to show it off because it's a lovely one. He had a single cutting of it and managed to grow this, and so this will go into my ensuite, and it will do well. It's a species that does quite well in low light, and it's quite good for bathrooms. So huge thank you to Michael for that. And also a quick story, on the way, we talk for a couple of hours whilst driving, and he was telling me about a book that he'd just read. And as you know, I love books. I keep about 10 or 20 or so out that I flip through, and all the rest I put into storage. And he told me about a book called Children of Time, and basically the premise of this book is humans are terraforming a planet. They introduce monkeys to it with a virus that speeds up the evolutionary process of that species, the monkeys. They of course don't take to it, but spiders do. The Portia spiders, if you're familiar with Portia. And so these spiders over time become really advanced, almost like human levels of intelligence, but obviously they evolve differently, kind of thing. And they told me all about this book, and because I work night shifts, I don't sleep. If I do go to bed, it's usually about 5-6 in the morning, but usually I just don't sleep at all. I really struggle with it. And so I got up at I woke up at 12:30, because the day before I'd been so busy with driving and getting things sorted for the show and whatnot, that I woke up at 12:30 wide awake because I just couldn't sleep. And by 1 o'clock I was sat in the bathtub with a pillow, just reading up on this book, which was wrote by Adrian Tchaikovsky. And there's a trilogy of these books, and so I managed to get myself some of those orders. So a huge thank you to Michael, if you watch this, for introducing me to that book. I can't wait to read it. And I figured if you are someone who obviously likes spiders, if you like sci-fi and you like reading, or or audiobooks, then you should definitely check out Children of Time. I'll put a link in the description for that. So just thought I'd mention that. As for the rest of the show, standard: get up really early, go to McDonald's, get some food, get to the venue. I didn't eat my food straight away. They ate it in the car. Got to the venue, couldn't find their food. Sam from the spider shop ended up ordering me some more food. Someone else, I ate that, and I found my food like 2 hours later, stone cold, double sausage and egg McMuffin. But you know what, it went down all the same. So yeah, got the show set up, and there's be a little bit of footage of the show, kind of, you know, you can see some of the tables, some of the traders. It was a really good show for the first one, considering all the hassle with getting a new venue and things. For more the traders that I did kind of have time to speak to whilst there, they all had a good day, which is good, and lots of cool things there, which I'll be showing you some of the things that I got whilst there as well. So yeah, of course, one of the things that was kind of special with this show was that Invert Shows flew Richard from the Transfer Collective over in America over to the show. So he had his own table there and was doing like, you know, like a bit of a meet and greet. I think he did a talk as well, but to be honest, you know, I was part of the A team on the spider shop, so I completely missed that. We don't have time to go and watch talks and things like that, because we are just focusing on working. And if you've ever been to a show and you've seen the spider shop table, you know how it can be several people deep of queues along the whole sort of, you know, 15, 16 tables of people wanting to come and talk to us and you know, get the, you know, the spiders and information and whatever else that we can provide for them. So, you know, I missed the talk, but I've heard it was very, very good. So you know, good job to Richard, and thanks for taking the time to have a chat with me at the end of the show. And I think I had a picture with him. I don't know whether I did or not, I can't remember. There will be pictures of the show on my Instagram. I might put a few up of a few people. Of course, I had a you know, picture with Amy from Pet Rock and Roll, one of my friends. I think I had a picture with Francis from Invert Kingdom UK. Princess Sophie Pink, of course, was there with her mother Rachel. Danny Damon from Keeper Cards, and I think there's a photo where I was having a photo with Holly, and then they photobombed it, and of course Luke Manning, and yeah, I had a few pictures, not loads. Also Jeremy as well from James Wildlord, and Phil. I'll put a link to their channels in the description. I had quite a few, I had loads of pictures with people, but I can't remember who they are, because to be honest, I've had a really, like, I didn't sleep very well last night, and it's kind of early and I've got stuff to do, so I can't remember a lot of things. So yeah, that was kind of in a nutshell the show. Obviously everyone had a great day. Then obviously after that, took Luke to the train station, said goodbye to him. Me and Michael went in search of a KFC. We ended up going to McDonald's. Took him home, got this plant, and then obviously I got home very, very late last night. I will say a huge congratulations to a certain somebody. I won't say who they are or what for. If they watch this, they know why. And the only reason I'm not mentioning what it is because I don't know how public it is. So, you know, but if you do watch this, you know who you are, and just a huge congratulations, and I wish you all the best, you know. So with that said, yeah, I'm going to continue and show you some of the things that I got. Now, I didn't get a lot of things, but you know, most of this was basically given to me, to be honest. So that was really, really nice of all those people for either doing massive discounts or just giving me things straight up. So a huge thank you to those. I don't really have space for new things, which is one of the reasons I didn't go around buying things. Also, I don't have the money at the moment because I'm sorting a lot of things out. So yeah, I've got a lot of things going on. Over the next year, I'm completely changing a lot of things, but I won't talk about that now. That's a me thing that in the future there'll be a big update, like, hey, like all this is sorted out and everything will be good. So so yeah, the first things I want to show you are, okay, so the first trader is the insect farm, if you can see the card. And so from the insect farm, I got some shrimp, dried. This will be used for what I got from them, as well as my ice pods, because of course I like shrimp. And then I also got, so these are 3 litre bags, so I got 2 of them, so 6 litres of flake soil. Even though I already got some flake soil, I figured I would get it because it was a good, you know, like really, really cheap. So got 2 bags of that. And The reason that I got it was for this, which is a Myxoma elephas, which I'll get some footage on screen to sort of show this, because I'm going to have to empty it out. I can just see it just down here, but this is an elephant larva, elephant beetle larva, not an actual elephant. That'd be a bit strange having one of those. But yeah, so it's for the elephant beetle. I'll put a picture up here of from Google of what they look like. Of course, I do not own this image, so I'm just using it just to sort of show you what it will grow into. So I got that from the insect farm. Thank you so much for that and for the deal that you did. Really appreciate that. So next up is what I got from MK Exotics. Now I got two things from them, nothing living. Firstly is a bag of sand. I won't tell you what I need this for just yet. You'll find out very shortly in the video. And also this lovely plant. This is a rarer one because it's got the kind of like burgundy crimson stems, but really, really nice. And I kind of was just sort of chatting to him. He was like the end of the days he was closing, and I needed to get the sand because of something that I have. And then I was just looking at the plants, and he was like, "Oh, you know, I saw you," and there you go. So that was really great of him. I really appreciate that. So again, this is another one that will go into my ensuite and will grow quite nicely. And I'll put into a bigger pot, I think, just to make sure it's got plenty of you know, nutrients, and it can, you know, develop some really good roots. But and then when I had this, I was like, "Michael, yeah, look at my new plant." And then he looked and he was like, "I've got that plant for you," and that's what jogged him to, you know, remember to give me that one. Which now I'm looking at it, it's massive in comparison. Like I got this one, and then there's this one. So, but two really nice plants. So huge thank you to MK for that. I really appreciate it. I bought from him in the past, and actually, I'll just show you this really quickly. But years and years ago, I had a lovely pothos from him, and I had it in my animal room when I was in the Midlands on the windowsill, and it grew massive. It grew so big, I ended up putting some like coat hangers across my my window curtain rail, you know, and it grew up and all the way along. It was so big, and then I had to take cuttings from that and put them into all of my spider enclosures and things, and it continued to grow and did really well. Of course, when I left the Midlands, I left in a hurry. I just packed up my things and left in 2 days because of things that were going on with me and Stephanie, my ex-partner. And so I left and came down to Kent, and obviously I lost everything of that plant. And when we were in our house, where she lives now, where I don't, but when we were in there, we were sorting out the animals, and I gave her a teeny tiny cutting, like a single leaf and a stem, to put in with her vinegaroon, because she wanted a bit of this plant as vinegaroon. So I was like, "Yeah, okay, I'll give you some." And I said to her, "Oh, can I have that? I want to try and grow the plant again." And I think at first she was like, no, it's mine. It's for my, you know, my bioactive, like jokingly, you know. And I said, "Look, once it's grown, I'll give you some back, and you can have it." And you know, so I did. I took it and I put this like little leaf in like a little bottle of water on the windowsill, and you know, kept trying to grow it. And that'll be about 2 years ago now, give or take. That was because obviously we only like just moved into the house. So from this one little leaf, I now have this. I know this isn't the proper way of doing it, but yeah. So this like jar I got from the Invert Mansions, where I get my spider enclosures, you can see on the shelf here. But yeah, from this one little leaf, I managed to grow the whole plant, and it's still growing. You can see this is the fresh part here, that's doing really well, new shoots and things. And yeah, it's pretty big, you know. So yeah, this is kind of what I used to like, for me in my life. I kind of feel like that little leaf, that was me a while ago. It's like, you know, on the brink of, you know, being nothing essentially, and with a bit of time, patience, and a bit of love, this plant has grown, and that is what that's what I'm planning to do, you know. Continue to, you know, I've got a lot of love and support from a lot of people that care about me, and I too will be that. So I thought that was kind of cool. This is why you can say I love plants. I just don't really show them. I've got a whole bunch of plants there that I've got from various, you know, my friend Emma from the island also give you plants. I got some my Pocotheria and yeah, I love plants. Anyway, we're gonna go off plants because it's like already gonna be quite a long video, and I haven't even shown you the other stuff yet. So we'll continue with that. Okay. So next up was Steve W Exotics, and he had some Armadillo zebra, the zebra pods. So again, I'll put some footage on screen of these. I'm not sure how the footage will be because this camera isn't great, but I do get my new phone in 1 week's time. On the 2nd of May, I'm getting the Samsung S23 Ultra, so I'll be able to get some much better photos and things with that, hopefully. But yeah, so another species of isopod to add to my collection of isopods. So a huge thank you to Steve from Steve W Exotics for those. I also went to Unseen Universe, again great with him, and I got this little guy. Now this is very small. I don't know how well you'll even be able to see this. You might just be able to, you can just see it there. So this is a sea sailor, one of my favourite of the wandering spiders. Absolutely just beautiful colours. I'll put a picture up here. I'll put a video up firstly of this one so you can just see how small it is, even though you can see it. And then I'll also put a picture up of how it will be when it's older, you know, nice big female. So yeah, Unseen Universe, shout out to you. And of course, Francis from Unseen Universe was trading with them as well, because Unseen Universe actually took Francis to the show. So he was working with him. So yeah, huge thank you for that. And obviously great to sort of see you guys and have a chat. Okay then, so next up is this. Now this is really cool because now I wasn't sure about this, and also Michael was the same when I showed him, dropped him off, but this is a Cormocephalus centipede. Actually, I don't want to take the lid off because I'm thinking, but I'll put some footage on screen of this centipede. This was from Jeremy's Wild World, which is this dude here, and yeah, I wasn't sure whether you could get African centipedes at the moment because of, like, you know, imports and things like that, but obviously there's still some kind of around, and so I got this. I mean, the coloration on this is just absolutely beautiful. Just that contrast of black and red just looks really, really nice. So I got this off him. As always, Jeremy's lovely. He's like such a nice guy. Like when I first met him, he was really sheepish and like wouldn't talk to me kind of thing. Whereas now we just sort of like, you know, just chat like really good friends. So lovely. Of course, he's going to the BTS as well as everyone else, I think, who I've mentioned in this video will be there as well. And but Jeremy's a lovely guy. He's always got some really cool things. He's massively into his true spiders. I actually went to him for some advice when I was breeding the Rhococtonus kieselingi, because I know he's bred the Polytenus hymotostoma, the red-fanged wandering spider. He had obviously bred them before, so I thought I'll go to him for some advice. So yeah, huge thank you to Jeremy for this. I really can't wait to put this with my other centipede collection. You know, that I don't have many at the moment, but I absolutely love them. Next up, we have this little vial, and this is really cool because I love this spider so much. So I was talking to my friend Luke Manning, which is this gentleman here, and one of my best friends. I pick him up from the train station before the show. I drop him off. We pretty much spend, you know, a group of us are always like sharing hotels and things like that. And he is just so wonderful. You know, he's a lovely man. He's really good to me. And I was talking to him about spiders I was after, and obviously I love Pocotheria, and I've got two of the Sophusca lowlands, but I don't have a Pocotheria Sophusca highland. And he was like, "Oh, I can get one. You know, they're not expensive." And you know, I was like, "Well, you know, I'd like one, but you know, finances at the moment, I can't really like buying spiders." And but when we got to the show, because I gave him a communal, a culture rather, of the Armadillo gastroi, and so he was like, "Got a gift for you," and it was all wrapped up, and I was like, "I know exactly what it is." You know, if I open this and it's the Vagans, I'll be really disappointed. But I know Luke, and you can see on the screen now. I haven't actually opened this at all yet because I don't want it to run out. But when I do open this, you'll be seeing it on the screen now. and you can see just how beautiful they are. I don't know, obviously when they're young they don't look that special, but this is what you end up with, and they are just so beautiful. The Highlands and the Lowlands are my second kind of favourite of the Pocotheria. First, of course, being the Ornata, then there's Fusca, Highland and Lowland, and then Rufilata, then Metallica. So Metallica's fourth, whereas most people, Metallica's like #1 spider in the world because they're blue. And that applies to Luke, because Luke's got like 40 of them and loves them. I also say that they're shit and overrated. So, but yeah, Luke, a huge thank you for this spider. I'm really happy with it, and I can't wait to raise it and to just to add it to my collection, and just love it. So thank you so much. So next up is the last stuff that I got, and this of course is from the spider shop. I always get things from the spider shop. I have to, because I work there. I'm proud to kind of represent them in some way, and just to work with those guys is amazing. And so I did get some things from them. I've got one thing here, of which there was only one of them brought to the show, not only by the spider shop, but in the whole show I didn't see or hear of a mention of one of these. There's only one of them, and I got it. So yeah, the first thing are these ISO Boost crustacean diet. I really think these are great little pellets to put in with all of your isopods and things. And obviously, if you've seen my isopods, if you haven't, I've done a video recently on isopods, so I won't talk about them too much. But yeah, these are really, really good. They do a whole bunch of supplements for isopods, millipedes, cockroaches, all kind of things on their website. And if you click on the link in the description, in my link tree to the spider shop, I have an affiliate link. So essentially, anything that you buy from them, I will make a little bit of money off that as well. So it's a great way to help support me and my channel. So anytime in the future you want to buy from them, use that link. It doesn't cost you anything more, but it helps me out greatly. But yeah, obviously I really, really rate that. Next up, I have some decayed leaf and there, and some decaying wood. These will be split up and mixed in for the beetle larvae, and also my isopods, because I don't use cocoa at all for them. I just use decaying wood and decaying leaf litter mix for them. And again, if you've seen how well my isopods are breeding, I think it works. So next up are these, which Lee gave me. These are the habitat boxes. They do all kinds of these for different setups, so like jungle setups and things. I've got videos of me setting up spiders with these as well, so you can probably sort of find some videos of these being used. And these are to go with the animal that I'm going to show you next, just because I kind of thought, well, if I'm going to do this, I want to kind of do it properly and sort of show you all. And the next thing that I have is this, and you can't see it there. You might not be able to see it there, but what this is a sulfugid species red Roman. So it's a red sulfugid or camel spider, which aren't spiders, they aren't scorpions. I'm going to do a whole video talking about this guy, but it is a really cool, fat, fuzzy little camel spider. And so this is going to be set up with the sand and all the desert decor, and I will be doing that video. That will be a Patreon only video of me kind of getting that set up, but I will sort of show you how it looks in the future, but you just won't see the whole sort of setup video. So so yeah, absolutely wonderful little guy, and obviously you can see on screen what this guy actually looks like. So yeah, overall I had a really, really great day. It was great to sort of see people, hang out with people, chat, and of course I got some really nice things. So thank you to everyone who came up to me and had the chat and was kind of supportive and friendly and things like that. That was absolutely really wonderful. And also to the people that gave me all this stuff is great. So thank you to all of you. Of course, the next show will be the British Tarantula Society exhibition, the BTS, which is May the 21st up in the Midlands, which I'll be going to. Hotel's already booked for that. And there'll also be a link to in the description to Invert Shows on their Facebook page, or you can search for them yourself. And they obviously have several more shows coming up this year, so they're getting bigger and expanding, and I really recommend that you kind of go to their shows. So that is the end of the video. It's been long enough. I don't know how long this video is going to be. Probably be about 20 minutes, give or take, which is more than enough. So I'm not going to ramble on too long, but I will be doing videos of me getting some of these setups and updates in the future. Obviously, you've seen what they are. The next video will be kind of them getting set up, with the exception of the Red Roman camel spider. That will be, like I say, a Patreon only video. I do have links in the description to all of my social media, Patreon, and of course the affiliate link to the spider shop. So if you'd like to and you're able to, please feel free to check out any of those links. I hope you all had a great day at the show, and I'll see you at the next one. So thanks for watching, everyone. Take care and all the best.